Welcome back to Pathologic 3 once more. So, time to redo some decisions on day 7. What decisions to undo and redo? The street that Lyracheva created is dangerous. I've come to a decision on this in that I highly suspect that Lyracheva's streets are, bad. Like, it does feel very Traveler's Deal, you know? So I'm just not convinced that they are 100% the right conclusion to reach. So if they are too dangerous to... If they're too dangerous for me to do without basically destroying my endings or my save file, much like the Traveler's Deal of Pathologic 2, then I'm going to probably still not take them on. It seems like a bad idea. Like, just a terrible idea. I think I might undo this. Because I would still like to find grief. This, I think, needs to stay. I have no qualms with keeping the bull. I have no qualms with keeping any of the diagnoses, which were correct. Artemy is acquitted on all accounts. Absolutely, I have no problems acquitting Artemy. Peter's been found guilty. So we're going to need to go back in time to save Peter. This is... I saved Burak from the gallows. But who else? What else to undo? I want to undo this, but I don't know. This is going to be a part where I just have to burn a lot of amalgam if I want to save Peter. Okay. I don't know another good way to... It would be extremely reckless. I don't know if there's another way I can undo that. I do want to get to know Yulia better, but I don't know if there's a way to do that without... I don't know. I don't know. Okay. We'll begin with this for now, and if we need to undo it, then we will. Okay. So the things to do. Go and deal with Rubin, go and say hi to Saburov. That seems like a sensible series of things. Yeah, that should work. I think it'll be okay. know Eva is there and will talk to me, but I think she's going to give me a lot of amalgam when I talk to her. So I want to save that for when I need it, which will be when I come back. Because Lord knows I'm going to need to replenish a lot of amalgam after I burn it. Okay, let's go and see if there's anything within that questline that we can undo or redo with the canes. There might be. Or perhaps even just do differently. We know there's going to be a few things. Whoops. Oh, come on.
Каждый скрип, как выстрел.
Yulia's entire deal here is interesting to me. And she seems like a very interesting person. But I don't suspect... Oh no, that I may have broken that quest. Shit. Because Maria hasn't come to speak to me to intercede on her father's behalf. Ah, rats. This quest won't activate. We might need to go back and undo some more stuff in order to redo it. Well, so be it. I should have taken... Did I do something phenomenally stupid? And leave all of my stuff at the Stillwater again? Did that include all my drugs? Did I lose all my calomel again? Welcome back to Pathologic 3. We are redoing day 7. Oh. Or at least we're going to try to. We're going to try and figure out what to do about this difficult, difficult day. At present, Peter is going to die. Nothing that we do changes that outcome. Burak is saved. The town leaders are moderately saved, I guess.
Нет, Симона нам никто не заменит.
And now we get to redo, well, we'll redo some of this one here. Because I don't know if there's a different outcome that we can long for. So, Yulia's weird street. I don't think it's a good idea to walk it. I really don't. I don't know what other options we have, but I think it's a terrible idea. Also, I did the stupid thing when I when I started reloading the day, and that I had left the calomel in my quick slots. Calomel is removed from your quick slots and just lost. It's just gone. So all of my healing items are no more. I'm going to be... I saved up so many as well. Oh well, at least I got a lot of trading items. But we're going to have to be, you know, cautious today, I think. Cautious and swift, as always. There's probably things that we can do, and other people that we can trade with. Caches we didn't find, but...
Временные петли или временные?
Let's try this again. So in regards to walking the Impossible Street, have you tried walking yourself? Have you? Do I look like a fool? I think I'll politely refrain from comment here. If you value your future, stay away from the street and the atrium. That's like a third character to say don't go in there. This is, I think, almost guaranteed to trash my ending in some semi-significant way. But, you know. I guess we'll see what happens with it. I need to learn, though, before I go to bed. I need to put all the calomel somewhere. Well, is there a recipe for calomel? There must be a recipe for it somewhere. I am confused as to where Kaminsky has come in rather than Aglaia. Where is Aglaia? Okay, so he's currently dead.
Это болезнь. Это действительно так смертельно, как говорят.
Fine, so we know Victor is dead. So, what if it's the other way around, though? What if I walk the street, learn my future, and am able to change it? Victor liked to tell the tale, the parable, of the appointment in Samara. Of course, he tried to fight back, only for his every step to bring him close to the inevitable end. To what he'd seen when he walked down the street. Okay, fine. Apparently, the street is incredibly fucking depressing. Oh no. Please. Please let me. I wonder, is there anything that I could have said to Yulia differently?
Хватит.
I'm in no mood to take a scalpel to my entire story here and drive it in. I think that's probably a terrible idea. Everyone's telling us this is a terrible idea. But what choices do we have? What other options are there out here? Okay. There is some secret, some kind of special route which can be chosen by chance. Don't risk it. And especially don't try to find this route on purpose. Right. You walk from one porch to the other. Yeah. I'm tired of arguing. If you're so set on ruining your fate, then go on. I can't forbid it. I'm not on duty. No one's placed me here. No one has given me the order to board the streets off from passerby, though they should if the consequences are irreversible. Irreversible, what's done cannot be undone. Right, before we continue on, down this apparently impossible street. Calamel. If I am going to lose stuff, I'd rather not lose the important stuff. I have so much to trade. I have so many things I can give. But... I would be very curious to come back at some point to film what exactly happens on this street. Perhaps I'll do that. And splice this together so you can get some weird idea of what goes on here. Calomel, bromide, strychnine. I don't really need those. It's nice that they gave the healing items for relatively cheap. Like, that's one thing at least.
В Танатике было тихо.
Okay, we just have to keep on running. I think I'm ultimately going to make the same decision. I don't think this is a good idea to keep this street inactive, like in active use. It looks like it's going to be a nuclear bomb. I mean, for me, the player. Oh, that guy's just the complaining man again. Nothing of use there. Very well.
Скажи мне, чего ты хочешь, и я скажу, кто ты.
Fine. Fine. So the only way that this ends if you talk to Victor is to cordon off that street. Fine, that decision is made. I just wonder if there's a way to change that conversation with Yulia, if I could be nicer in some way. Or maybe if I'm meaner. What if I was more mean? I don't want to be mean to Yulia, but like, what if I was more mean to her? Would that change the outcome? There are some outcomes here that we know we must change. Right. 2 options. Yulia and grief. Which first? Let's settle the thing with Yulia first, because I am curious to see if there's a way to alter the scenario here. No other way through. No, she's right there, isn't she? Well, there's a mirror there. Well, at least there's a lot of amalgam here that we can bear in mind for when we inevitably need to come back. Yulia.
Кажется, что грудь у меня забита ватой.
Right. Victor Kane's been executed. Kaminsky has destroyed his mind. What do you mean executed, was? You're saying... Fine. You don't even know what it is that you've created in the atrium, do you? What absurd question. Each of the objects I've created I know as well as I know myself. The atrium street is no exception. Then why is Victor Kane paid for the street with his mind? What is so special about it? I don't know. Just a minute ago you told me you knew every object like you created like you knew yourself. Now you don't? I don't think about the street, it's something different. I don't know what exactly. It's got me heel screwy. I should have known. You haven't walked it, have you? You've created a monster of a street and you haven't dared walk down it. We've only been acquainted for a short while, Dankovsky, so I'll forgive the indiscretion. She makes the excuse of her limp. Let's be bastard this time. Bridge builders have a tradition. When the engine first goes over a bridge, the bridge's architect must be standing right under it. If a bridge doesn't hold, the architect will be punished for his performance at once. In your case, it's not the architect who's being punished, it's been the employer. No way past this one. No, I don't think I can alter this outcome.
Думай. Мысли.
Well, I'm here, so I might as well also go south and pay Katarina and Alexander a visit. Given that they've now just lost their daughter, or at least disowned her. That was a thing I didn't really pay enough attention to before.
Мизофония. Dankovsky.
Can't believe I spent my final few moments on that day. What is going on? This is our final ultimatum, Governor. You give us your witch right now, or we'll drown you in the wash tub too.
Kerosene, I told you. Only kerosene and fire can burn the rot out.
The Governor gave his all for this town. Is this your gratitude, kerosene?
Gave his all? Ah, all his stupidity. That damn fool let the plague rat into his house. The sandpest is her doing.
Do you have any proof that she was the source, or do you think any nonsense becomes truth as soon as you yell it from a barricade? Look at you, brave fancy pants. What makes you so fearless? Your friendship with Saburov or your death wish?
Give us the witches. Tell them to come out. You think we don't know? We know. He ain't the Governor no more. The Inquisitor stripped him of command this morning.
So the moment you smelled a weakness, you rushed to kick him whilst he was down? That which is falling should also be pushed, right? Saburov organized the defense against this epidemic. If you are still breathing, it's thanks to him.
Open your eyes, Doctor. Pyres are burning on every street. Folks are dropping like flies, and who's to blame? The witches. They stay hidden behind the doors, commanding the rats to carry the sickness. That's what the man did. He invited them in. The rats, the witches, the rot.
I was there at Saburov's trial. He renounced Clara.
Bullshit. You say she's not a daughter to him anymore? If that's true, let him hand her over. She ain't nothing to Saburov, then we'll make short work of her.
I know where Clara is. She's not here. One of our patients saw her today in the Skinners. She must be looking to hide in the abandoned houses.
Sure? Damn wretch, so she ain't the Governor's. Makes sense, she's always lurking around the Skinners. Probably found a hole to hide in, and we were looking for her here like fools. Hold on. No use rushing over there. We don't know for sure. It just might not be her, it might be her twin. Haven't you heard? She conjured herself a twin to trick honest folks.
I'll let you get on with your bait. Just allow me through. Can I still talk to the other two? It's just the same one again. Fine. That was not helpful to have done again, but oh well. The one thing I'm slightly wary of is that glitches will start to creep in as the days go by. Wait. Where's Katarina?
Грудь у меня болит. Может быть, это совесть?
Have you come to judge me again, Dankovsky? Didn't you get enough of the cathedral? There's a riot outside. People have built barricades by your house. They're demanding that you hand over Clara. I understand them, in a manner of speaking. I, too, wish Clara were here. But alas. Do you think she'll ever forgive me, Dankovsky? She's a big heart, but even that is probably not enough for my betrayal. I renounced her. You had no choice. Clara has to understand that. No, she won't forgive me, and she'll be right. Clara was a miracle, a godsend. And I renounced her. Rejected her. You realize that's exactly what Kamensky wanted, right? To crush you. You have to understand. Katerina and I have been trying to conceive for years, but all in vain. The whole town's gossiped about us behind our backs. Katerina is a mistress after all. She's destined to perform miracles. We couldn't even create a child. And then Clara appeared like a glimmer of hope. Fate took pity on us and gave us a daughter. People say Clara crawled out of an empty grave on the night Simon died. Do you think that's suspicious? People say. People say a lot of things. They say Katerina was eating her own unborn children. That's just gossip. Fibs. Clara was a true godsend. She took away Katerina's pain. She was sent to us by fate, and I renounced her. And now Katerina is waiting away before our eyes. It wasn't Clara taking away Katerina's pain. It was the morphine Clara stole for your wife from the hospital. Clara warned us around you. She said you were heartless. It was your main flaw.
You couldn't feel another person's pain or empathize. She was right, as always. What do you need, Dankovsky? Why are you here? I don't know. I just wanted to say you've been treated unjustly. Without you, this town would have been devoured by the plague long ago, and I won't forget that. Thank you. None of it matters anymore, but thank you. Your life doesn't end today. You could have been hanged, but you're alive. It means you still have a chance to fix your mistakes. Is Katerina still here? I guess not. Now, I happen to have friends who've played the game and got some slightly different outcomes, and I happen to know that what we're missing here is that Clara...
Шум надоел.
Whilst she was giving Katerina morphine, we have stopped that from happening. Even if Alexander isn't the happiest about it. If Katerina still had her morphine, then she would have killed herself today. She would have accidentally overdosed on it. Which she didn't, fortunately. This is too dangerous to trade, and this area is hell.
Брат, не убивай.
Yeah, there's way too many of them. Whoa.
Брат, не убивай.
There's less of them today, though. Can't even tell where the entrance to that one is.
Живое. Какое все живое.
I don't need to trade. Fuck off.
Мало мы вас вешали.
Тишины бы.
Well, my back was fucking turned. Fuck you.
Не убивай.
Ah. Don't you dare.
Разговор. Только не убивай.
Mirror there to use. Okay, there's lots of amalgam in a lot of the places that we've gone to. So we can make it through this. Right, let's be intimidating then. Do you know who I am? Don't give a wet shit who you are. This is a warehouse, not an alehouse. More toiling, less tongue wagging. Sorry, different accent. Warehouse, not an alehouse. More toiling, less tongue wagging. I've heard Bad Grief is lying low, holding up somewhere. No, I think I've seen you here before. You work for Bad Grief. Well, you got one thing right. I working while you're playing. Told ya, ain't heard of no Bad Grief. Okay, fine. Why do you freeze every time I say his name? You can tell me, Bad Grief and I are friends. You going funny in the head? Leave me be. I've had a bad enough day as it is. Never play cards, you've got a terrible poker face.
Provoke him, but provoke him how? I might need to think on this. It's not really altogether clear what I'm supposed to do to provoke him. Oh, I just guess I come back. You're not getting out of my face, are you? Clingy like a leech. Does Grief really think that he can hide from the Inquisition? Tell Bad Grief that Daniil Dankovsky is looking for him. It's important. I heard they rubbed Dankovsky out this morning, lured him to an alley, put a hole in his head. Rumors of the hole in my head are greatly exaggerated. You know, you're a funny guy. Would have pegged you for one of the Inquisitor's bloodhounds. Trust me, if then the hounds go after Bad Grief, nothing will save him. Certainly not your silence. You're driving me nuts, pal. I wouldn't tell you what Bad Grief was even if I knew. I like my head where it is. Fantastic, you do know him. We're getting somewhere. It's not gonna do you a lick of good. Still not telling you where he's hunkered down. This is a big town with a lot of houses. Go find a blade of grass in the field. Go touch a wind in the net. Ah. Tanners, Skinners, the factory. Huh? What are you doing? Did you tense up just now? I like you. You're weird but fun. Hindquarters. The cemetery. Did you just freeze when I said hindquarters? No. So Grief's in the hindquarters. I'm not saying another word. You said enough. Thank you. What do you want, you? You know what I want, me. Why bother asking? You got any friends? I do. You know that friendship isn't a drum. Of course it isn't. Nothing is a drum, save for a drum. You're an outsider. You don't know nothing. Being friends is too slack. Too slack means offering your shoulder. Grief's always had a strong shoulder, and now it's time someone offered a shoulder to him. He's got a friend, a true one. Grief saved him, so now he's paying up. You mean Rubin, don't you? A silence that speaks volumes. It makes sense. Grief helped Rubin hide, and now Rubin's helping Grief hide, right? You're not stupid, you. Won't help, though. Rubin wouldn't rat Grief out. We'll see about that. Ah. Well, we can do this. Oh, it's directly over there. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. This is stressful. When an organ is deteriorated due to bad nature with discharge or matter or without matter, and neither incision nor anointing with appropriate means help, then it becomes inevitable to remove the decomposing flesh on that organ. It is best, if possible not with iron, for iron often damages sections of muscles, nerves, and pulsing vessels in a fatal manner. If this did not help, and the corruption has again spread to the flesh, then it inevitably must be cut away and the site cauterized with boiling oil. This saves from the evil consequences of misfortune and stops the bleeding. This is a semi-occult handwritten work, mostly illegible, which contains local beliefs, quotes from ancient thinkers, and allusions to the Übermensch. I feel like I'm in Rubin's secret hideouts. Bad Grief helped his friend to hide in a time of need. I feel like I haven't examined everything yet. The study, the operating room, the boiler room, the study. Rubin was studying something, and Rubin helped Bad Grief with his knowledge, and Rubin covered for Bad Grief in return. What was he studying? In any case, Rubin isn't here. Rubin's working at the hospital. I can ask him in person. Though he's unlikely to rat out his friend, of course. Grief isn't here. Check under the table. Objects are of interest. Let's look at the notes. Familiar handwriting? These are Isidor's notes. So Rubin used them to open up Simon. Makes sense, but try to look at the other clues from a new angle. Let's look at the vials. Tinctures of herbs and meat, strong ones alcohol-based, light ones water-based, tinctures of herbs and meat. Obviously made according to steppe recipes. Looks like Rubin learned to brew steppe tinctures. But these bottles look like they belong to Isidor. Now that sounds quite logical. Of course, all these things, they're Isidor's things. Rubin considers himself the heir. This says a lot about Rubin. I think I missed something here. In Rubin's secret hideout. The boiler room. Someone has to maintain the pressure, working undercover and it benefits Bad Grief. But still, Grief isn't here. Is this Grief's blood? The operating room's been used before. The blood is dried and old. Grief's blood wasn't spilled here today. Behind the curtain, very strange sensations. A void in the shape of Simon Kane's body. Check under the table. Grief isn't here, but the objects are still of interest. Let's have a look at the bull figurine. The image of a living bull. Was Rubin training fine motor skills for surgery? Perhaps, but that's not important right now. Let's look at the scalpel. A good scalpel. Rubin took his teacher's scalpel. That sounds quite logical. They're all Isidor's things. Except the teacher's inheritance. Doesn't help him finding Grief. What else have we missed here? Bad Grief helped his friend hide in a time of need. Operating room. Rubin conducted research. received people. But they're not here. The scalpel, the vials, the bull figurine. We've not looked at the vials. No, we have looked at the vials. Let's have a look at the notes. We know these are... Anything about the Sand Plague? No, the musing is about meat. These are Isidor's notes. Rubin kept his teacher's notes. Try to look at the other clues from a new angle. Scalpel. An old scalpel, a sharp scalpel. Rubin is forbidden to cut open bodies, though. So that's true, so what? Remains of a dead bull. Why does Rubin need a bull bone? For a ritual. He is, of course, immersed in steppe affairs. No, I doubt it. Fine. I know that these are Isidor's notes. Rubin used them to open up Simon, but how does this help me? It's a good scalpel. Took his teacher's scalpel. Is this... we're going around in circles here. They're all Isidor's things. Rubin considers himself the heir. Says a lot about Rubin. I'm missing something else here. Okay, it's telling me that I'm done here. Fine. So, is this the implication that he's in Isidor's house? Also, is it just my imagination, or is every time that we go through one of these districts, it seems to get more and more dangerous? Like, there's more looters and thugs out this time than there was the previous times.
Кипит, трещит, скрипит, живет.
So let's go to Rubin's house. Let's find out. This place is dangerous. I'm not seeing any obvious massive plague clouds here, though. Okay, we're safe. Now we need to get into Rubin's apartment. We can do this.
Доктор, прости.
Rubin's house. Let's keep going then. Let's find out something in here. Food, non-perishable, clothes for a real giant, warm clothes. No one will notice if I read this. You know we do not love you, Stanislav, false heir. But still we ask a favor. Give Barak these gathered goods. He will take them from you, proud one. Each of the people brought them himself, so he may settle in, so he may not be in need. You have everything. He came to ashes. Whoever sees the goods, let them not touch. Saba Otun. Sparse furnishings, but no one sleeps here. I don't need more amalgam, though it's good to know that there's some here. Where can I concentrate in here? Rubin's apartment is empty. I only learned the Haruspex dwells somewhere in the warehouse as a factory. Rubin's apartment's empty. I only learned the Haruspex dwells somewhere in the warehouse as a factory. What does that mean for me? Here in the factory? Why? All roads lead to the house. Isidor's empty house. Oh, it is going to be Isidor's house. Fine. It is the perfect place.
Я здесь.
Lots of amalgam around here if I need to replenish it on the following days. Where am I going? The wrong way, evidently. No, this is a way out. Yes. It's less of main road. It's the back streets. And they can't get me in the back streets here. They don't see me. Aha! Yes!
Только не убивай.
Ah, wonderful. Thanatica. Place to escape, I guess. Ah. Okay, nothing else here then. Go on then. Give me... Seeing as I got far too much of the bloody stuff, give me morphine. Fine.
Шутник-покойник. Помер во вторник, а в среду встал, да корову украл.
Ah, trip trap, trip trap. Who's that tripping over my bridge? Can't hide from you, can I, Billy Goat? Have you come to honor the late Isidor's memory?
Peculiar choice of hideaway. Why Isidor's house, of all places?
They told me this place was a can of meat, secure, impregnable. Still, they come to prostrate at my feet like I'm the governor or some quack doctor ruling a hospital.
I'm not sure this town has any secure places left.
Well, what you doing here? Looking to climb out of this hellhole, are you?
What about you? Shouldn't you escape as well? No reason to keep lurking around an abandoned house.
Where would I go? This is my home, and home is where the heart is. Without it, I'm only a liver and a tongue.
You understand me, then? My home is elsewhere, and I shouldn't have left it. I need to return to my heart so that someone can stick a knife through it.
That's all anyone's looking for these days. Bullets, morphine, escape. Our triune, plague-ridden godhead. Nothing else worth praying to.
So... you can arrange an escape?
Only way you're leaving town is an engineer, switchman, and the governor all at once. An engine's out there cooling, but you won't get it moving. And if you want to head for the capital, you'll need to switch the points before you hit a dead end. No, you're not going anywhere. Unless that bachelor is in railway sciences.
Is that all?
Not by a mile. Save the worst for last. There's a pack of patrolmen around the train like sheepdogs herding bulls. If you mean to trundle down those tracks, they'll need shifting. Only Saburov could do that, and he won't.
I've been told there's a train engineer living in the steppe settlement.
There is, but that's your business. Got it? Find a driver, find a switchman, get the guards off the tracks. I'll be at Isidor's house. You bring me the wheels, and I'll get him greased.
This does sound like much more trouble than it's worth, because we know we can't leave. But I'm curious. Sounds like almost more trouble than it's worth. What? What? Oh my gosh. What is going on with this? This feels like like it's going to be an exceptional waste of time. Because I don't really think that I want to leave the town. This is going to be a waste of time. But I'm interested nonetheless to see what happens if I try. Okay, well, let's give this a shot. It can't hurt, right? If all else fails, I'll just undo it. Switchman's address can be found at the town hall. The Adong engineer is over in the far end of fucking nowhere. Well, at least this gives us something interesting to do, I suppose. A way to save Thanatica, I suppose. See, the thing I wonder that this might give us is more ideas for decrees. That's the real reason to do a lot of this stuff. No, you're gonna fuck up out of my way.
Мало мы вас вешали.
Oh. Not barely helps at all.
Так думать.
Yes, we go this way. But I need more mania to get there without dying from apathy.
Не стреляй!
Иди сюда.
Гля, лепил!
Okay. This is a good way to just boost it up a little bit. Just a smidge. See, I also wonder if I make an escape plan, if I can then give that escape to someone else. There's a chance it might work. Are you... am I imagining it, or did you just sniff me?
You smell?
Is this some local custom, sniffing people you don't know?
You've come to Boulder, yes? They me.
How do you know?
People who smell come to him.
What do they smell of?
Smell bad. Like you. Boulder won't talk to you. Oh, in there, sour smell.
I suppose I'll just... go. That's an adorable hat.
I know you're not.
Easily fixed. I'm Daniil Dankovsky. I need help.
You smell. So long as you smell, I cannot help.
Well, guilty as charged. I haven't bathed in a week.
No. Your smell is different. Disaster smell. Rust smell. A sour smell of death and dead earth.
I'm a... So, what? You're not... You drive trains. Shouldn't you be used to the smell of rust?
That's different. Machines smell of iron because they are iron. Man smells like man. If a man smells of rust, that's wicked rust. It means disaster and death.
Well, Peter Stammerton has a bath. I'll see if he'll let me use it.
Death is no dirt. Water can't wash it off. Your smell is different.
So what am I to do now?
Stop smelling bad. Start smelling good.
Do you know Artemy Burdak? You two must get along well. He likes to sniff people too.
The air of the kin. He smells nice.
What does he smell of, if I may ask?
He smells of stone. All good things smell of stone.
Do stones even have a smell? They do, actually.
Of course. Stone smells of stone.
I suppose that is logical. Well, Burak it is then. I'm curious about this questline. I have no idea what it's going to be doing. I don't want to use the morphine for this. We'll just take a small hit and run. Eh. Greetings, physician. Say, do I smell of anything unusual? Thought you didn't like talking about scents. I don't, but I'm told I smell of rust and death. Who said that? An Adong by the name of Boulder. He's very sensitive. So, do I smell? Barely registers, but it is there. Rust. Is there any way to rid myself of this miserable smell? There is. Scent of rust is a brown shade, therefore brown twire should help against it. Brown twire, you say? Where do I get some? The steppe. But brown twire is special. They say the herb grows. They say the herb only grows this color atop the grave of someone who was buried alive. Huh. You must be joking. I'm not. But I'm sure you can trade for the twire too. Ask Stamerton. He makes twiring, so we should have some. Barter is for the weak in spirit, of course. I'll go hunting for live burials. Haha! All that's left is to trade for it. Well, I can trade for that. That should be straightforward. Right, let's go trading then. Ah. This is a problem. I think this quest might be broken. Oh dear. Yes, it is. Oh well. Cemetery, perhaps? A man buried alive? That's Rubin. Nope. Okay. Oh well. It's worth a shot. Okay, well, we can't... Oh well, if the quest is broken, the quest is broken. But we can still give it a try, I suppose.
вас вешали.
Well,
Только не убивай.
I wonder if that quest is a little bit... If I'm supposed to trade for it, then, it does bring into question what I was... If there was another way around that, or if that is just a broken quest marker, because I have seen and heard other people getting that particular broken quest marker. Well, okay, this also appears to be broken as well. Oh well. I guess we can always try and find this next one. This is something I am beginning to notice, that the further on we get in the game, the more likely that bugs are to crop up. So day 7, it's not the end of the game, but it's quite far in. It's far enough in for it to start becoming a problem. Right, here we go. I don't need more loot right now. How can I assist, Dr. Dankovsky? Have you received your brochure yet? What brochure? What are you talking about? Quarantine code of conduct. If you haven't received one yet, I can provide a copy for you right now. I can't remember issuing such a decree. You never did. Those are the Inquisitor's orders. So the Inquisitor is issuing decrees now? This is not a decree, it's the latest protocol restricting sensitive information across the town. What kind of information is considered sensitive, exactly? According to the quarantine protocol, any information on lines and communications, as well as railroad employees, is considered sensitive. Inquisitor Kaminsky's orders. I've been told the switchman was ill, and that he must be examined as soon as possible. Who's disclosed this information to you, exactly? I'm afraid I can't tell you. That is also sensitive information. I'm just following the protocol. Any person demonstrating interest in the railway ought to be reported to their superiors. Such an interest might be a sign of planning an escape from a quarantine zone. But hold on, can you even hear me? I'm a doctor and I'm looking for my patient. I can't help you. Kaminsky's orders. Have you got family? I don't understand what this has to do. Imagine one of your loved ones was ill, and the doctor couldn't get to your home because some idiot was following the protocol. I don't... Do whatever you want. Switchman lives in the Moor, House 1. Thank you. You were a great help. I've not got a huge amount of time to get there, but... How do we get out? Down here and across? Down here and down, I think. Oh, shit. I walked into that. Okay, let's try. Let's see how we're going. It's going to be going through another plague district, right? Oof. Okay, let's keep going. We can do this. Okay.
Разговор есть. Мало мы вас вешали. Поди сюда. Только не убивай. Брат, не убивай.
Okay.
Только не убивай.
Okay. Oh, it's this man. The switchman. You have sad eyes, young man. As my father would have said, all the world's sorrows under those eyelids. I need you to throw the switch between the tracks. Would that be possible? Switch is thrown to put a train on the right track, but a train's nowhere in sight for our hinterland. Town's closed, you know. I'm looking for the lever that switches the dead-end track to the main one. What? You're saying they're lifting the quarantine? Rest assured, I'll throw the switch as soon as the town hall instructs me to. They're not lifting the quarantine and no one must know about the train. What you're trying to do is trying to make me your fall guy and take my head off if I let the train up a closed town. What? You're saying they're sending a train to the capital? It means that we can get to the capital too. We may. We may wind up behind bars instead. What a guest guy's asking me to do is a criminal offence. You're looking for to escape from the town, aren't you? There's enough room on the train. It can take 2 more passengers. You're a very brazen young man, you know.
Pavel, don't. Look, our son is ill. Extremely ill. He's at the capital and we haven't heard from him in a month.
It's because he's gone. The disease has taken him.
It's not true. We don't know that. You don't know that.
What happened to your son? None of your business.
He's ill. He wrote in a letter that he had trouble breathing and was coughing up blood. He said he'd checked himself into a hospital at the capital for treatment, but it's been a month and we've had no word from him since. I'm getting worried sick here.
His last letter to us was a farewell. It was a deathbed note. It was a testament.
No. He wrote that he'd fight until the bitter end. You know him. He's stubborn. Took after you.
It sounds almost like you're talking about 2 different letters. Please don't. Enough about that. Unbelievable, these people won't even let you grieve your son properly.
You have to pick my soul apart with a fishing hook, why don't you? If you help me make a break for the capital, I will find your son. I know many good doctors, and I will arrange for him to get the most state-of-the-art treatment. Thanks, but I'm still coming with you. We're coming with you. To see our own chap with our own eyes, put our arms around him. Ella, stop. I won't budge until I'm shown proof that Sonny's alive. I'm not going there to find him dead. But it killed me.
Grace, you should ask our cemetery taker. She can hear the dead and knows everything about them. She'd tell you our Sonny isn't among the dead.
If you believe that Grace can hear the dead, why haven't you asked her about your son yourselves?
I don't need her. I know already. I feel it. Pavel's the one being stubborn. He wants proof, but he'll listen to Grace.
What if she confirms your worst fears? What if she pronounces your son dead?
She won't. He's alive. He is.
If Grace says our son is not among the dead, I'm willing to go to the capital. But she won't. My heart tells me he's gone.
The heart is lying, you fool. Please don't listen to him. Go to Grace.
Fine, I will bring you news from the cemetery. I don't get the impression that, given that it's past midnight already, that we're going to finish this quest. Like, I don't think we can.
Вот не ждай, иди сюда. Только мало мы вас вешали.
There must be a way through this last quest here. This is an interesting quest line.
Вот сюда.
Мало мы
Don't
вас
try it,
вешали.
don't try it.
Прости.
Доктор, иди сюда. Ты что? Иди сюда.
Don't try it.
Не убивай. Вот не ждай.
Don't try it. I have a 6-shot revolver and there's not that many of you.
А хочешь, я тебе песенку спою?
There was a cat in Granada who dreamt that an elephant ate her. Oh, it's you. You have a strange shadow, like an ink blot.
It's a regular shadow. Or what shadow do you mean?
Yours, the one that's glued to your feet.
I sometimes talk to shadows of the dead.
I know that. I'm hearing that they're cross with you. You've had dead people burned and you can't do that. It's wrong. Fire doesn't just take the body, but the soul as well.
We're in the middle of a plague. If we don't burn the dead, there'll be no one left alive.
You can't burn the dead. Fire takes everything from them, but the earth doesn't kill them, it preserves them. It dissolves them and saves them for future seedlings. But if you burn them, how will they speak? How will they sprout as grass? How will they come back? How will they sing?
I don't hear any singing.
That's the problem with you. You can hear, but you've heard so very little so far. Or else you wouldn't have burned them. Not for anything.
You know, I've been a researcher of death all my life. What have I simply become monomaniacal about it, and the stress has finally brought it to the point of hallucinations?
You ought to listen to the dead more often, then you'll understand. It's very easy to do at a cemetery. You have to focus, get rid of random thoughts, take a walk among the graves.
I might give it a try, when I have the time. Which right now I don't. I must find out as soon as possible if the switchman's son is alive or dead.
I'll help. I'll tell you the truth about the switchman's son, but But in exchange, you'll listen to the dead yourself, and maybe finally realize what you're having done to them is no way to treat them. I'm actually curious. I want you to really listen, without lying about it, without brushing it off. Here's what we're gonna do. Show me each one as a carpenter's grave. Calm down, listen carefully, and take your time. The dead aren't going anywhere, neither am I. There was a cat in Granada. I'll give it a try. Please find another to tell her I didn't suffer. Let me out, this is a mistake. How did I end up here? Girl, please be quiet. Been singing for 3 days now. Isidor's found peace. Just a little twirring. Poor twirring on me, I'm so cold. Ask them not to use pine, it rots. Buried in a pine coffin. No, we're about to lose time. Been lying for 2 years, nothing changes. Okay. Alvin take the cat, now she's forced. Ah, there we go. I thought we wouldn't make it. Okay. Let's restart again. What shall we smash this time? Well, hold on. How am I supposed to undo this? Escape is impossible. I failed to prepare for it. Later will be too late. What? How do I undo that? Do I have to go and redo all of that quest again from the start? Oh. Oh, that is cruel. Fine. Perhaps we should call it here. This is going to be a slightly shorter episode then. Let's call it here and try and figure out what we do next. Thank you for joining me. Next time, I will try and see if the escape plans work. Or alternatively, I'll put it as a bonus on the end of this video. Ta-ta for now. Okay, here's just some extra bits and bobs. So... let's get a focus of infection here that we need to find. What we'll do is we'll do the...
Ну и фантазии у вас, Данковский.
We're gonna see if we can maybe try and get the focus of infection as well. Overly unproductive to be doing this without dealing with the focus of the plague. Oh, unless I do something stupid like walk myself into a dead end. Oh, she's there. Ah. Okay, let's just see if we can maybe get rid of this thing. Shabnak is here somewhere. If I can burn it out of the infected districts.
Забыл, что мира так много.
Oh, come on. This does certainly feel like a lot of running around for minimal benefit. How was harder than I thought it would be. So, maybe I've just made a mess of this, but, like, I can't undo this particular quest flag to redo the escape quest. Maybe that's my fault, maybe it's a glitch. I can't quite tell. Okay, just a little bit of extra bits that we can add on here, after getting some brown twire from a trader.
You return, man of rest.
I'm not a man of rest anymore, I'm rid of the smell.
You smell worse now. Not just rust, but rust and cow's breath. What did you eat?
I was told that twire would help kill the smell.
Not any twire. You ate the wrong kind.
Wait, so there's more than one kind?
Many kinds. Black, blood, brown, and white. White very rare.
Well, how do I tell them apart?
Try every kind of twire, I guess.
So, what we might also do is go back to day 6 to see if we can maybe warn Victor and Vlad Jr. about the Inquisitor, see if that changes the outcome at all. These quest lines just here and here. It might do something to change the outcome of the Inquisition. Let's see if this changes any of the dialogue.
Кровь как будто сгущается. Это недобрый знак, да?
Mark Kaminsky is arriving tomorrow. Under absolutely no circumstances can you let him get to you. Brother? You're too drunk. I'm not Georgi. I'm Daniil Dankovsky. You're not Georgi. And you're not Daniil Dankovsky. And who am I? Please don't come for me. I'm waiting for her. I know you've always had trouble sharing territory with her. Take this town, take the Polyhedron, take anything else you want, but let her take me. Who are you talking to? Huh? Oh. The same person that you are, Daniil. But I'm talking to you, Victor Kane. Right now, sitting at this table, you are. But I meant the one you would talk to on a more general basis. The one who speaks to you in the most sudden moments of enlightenment. You hear him too, don't you? Simon. You mean Simon. You came to warn me about something that hasn't happened yet. How can you foresee the future? Local room is in an analytical mind, that's all. I'm finishing this bottle of Twarin. No confession of yours can shock me at this point, Daniil. We're speaking in private, so set aside your pitiful rationalizations for once. You don't even believe in them anymore, do you? It feels like I've already lived through tomorrow. And now I'm back in this conversation, back in yesterday. Both of my thoughts and reality, I don't know how to explain it. Simon is guiding you. He speaks to you. Good. It means that everything is going according to his plan. His attitude toward me was much more frigid. But I do know what will happen tomorrow. Guiding me how? What are you talking about? Simon's dead. Don't make me laugh. And don't disappoint me. Listen to me, Victor. Tomorrow, Mark Kaminsky will erase your mind. I don't know how. What I do know is that you must hide. Today, it is your only chance to save yourself. I know, Daniil. I've already told you I know. What will happen to me tomorrow is a necessary step. It's horrifying, I won't deny that. I've always been proud of my keen intellect, perhaps too proud. It's horrifying, but necessary. You can see the future? No, not exactly. It's just simply all a part of the plan. What the Inquisitor will do to me is necessary for what follows. Alas, I'm doing this willingly. And gladly, yes. Gladly. You're stubborn as a mule. I hope you'll only follow my advice tomorrow morning.
В кои-то веки удалось коту с печки спрыгнуть.
But I cannot save
И
Vlad
то
the
лапки
Younger.
отшиб.
I can't help him. Perhaps there is some other way out of this, but I can't think of what it is. Perhaps Vlad the Elder? I can't think of another Another candidate for who to try to assist in this. But the district is rioting. We'll have a think. No, Vlad the Elder won't speak to me. Well... I think we just need to go back further in time. Back on day 5.
How much longer? Why are we just standing here, people? Why isn't the line moving? Ain't no cutting, can't you see there's a line?
What's the line for, if you don't mind me asking?
Just sorting a pamphlet that said they're recruiting orderlies for the hospital. Yeah, but it's moving so slow that it's like they're not recruiting at all. Can someone ask why it's taking so long?
Will the feeders? I've heard orderlies get extra rations.
Yes, I believe you'll be provided with a meal.
Oh, that's good. Honestly, that's the only reason I'm here. I could use some bread.
You're just here for the bread? What an oddball.
Excuse me, does anyone know why we're even standing here? Are they giving out bread?
This is the line for the people that want to volunteer at the hospital.
Oh yeah, what we have to do there?
What do you think? Genius fight the plague. Did you guys hear that? We got online and he doesn't even know why.
Why are you taking up space then? This is annoying enough without imposters hogging the line.
Watch your mouth or you'll get to the hospital
without having to wait in the line. I'll put a hole in you. Alright, break it up. We don't need a brawl on the line. Are you here to help or not? Stand quietly and don't embarrass yourselves.
Oh dear.
Okay. Here we go again. That's much better looking. Turns out appeasing the kin actually is a really good idea. Turns out that maybe this is actually a supernatural disease, and Artemy might have the best cure, but we'll not admit that just right yet. Okay, once more. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Шум надоел.
Okay, once more back into the breach.
Ты это придумал. Ты это придумал?
Turns out she has a sister.
The Shabnak?
Shabnak. It's not strange, really. There are actually a lot of Shabnaks. Just there is a lot of albinos and rats. Though it's easy to see who she got the idea from. What's important is that there will now be 2 of them swarming around you.
Who'd she get that idea from?
Well, it is your twin. Sorry, is it your twin that's been getting into trouble? Here's something to consider. There's only 1 projectile in your little gizmo, right? Can you make it so there are 2?
I can't.
So now, when you show up with a loaded gizmo, the Shabnak will split in 2. At that point, your only option is to learn to distinguish the real from the fake, the saint, so to speak, from the carrier. For there are 2 of them, but only one is a reflection of the other, and you need to kill the real one.
One Shabnak is a reflection of the other. Mirrors again?
You can't tell them apart by their appearance or behavior. One will attack, the other will run, but the one attacking won't necessarily be the real one. They'll swap places like little pests. The only way to tell them apart is with fire.
Let me guess, one is fire, the other's smoke?
The fire turns green. The real one doesn't alter the color of the flame. You've seen it already, but the twin burns green like will-o'-the-wisps. What do you mean?
It's just an expression. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
I suppose you could take a shot at random, but I suggest you light a fire first and observe, then proceed with certainty. They're toying with you, poor thing.
It is wise to conduct tests before proceeding, no doubt about that.
And watch out. If you mess up and shoot the wrong one, you'll have to start all over, collecting samples, reloading the gizmo. It's better to make sure first.
You're so prudent. I didn't expect that. Oh, jeez.
Well, here we go. Okay. Let's see what we can do. 2 of them around. Wrong one, wrong one. Fuck. Oh, this is getting really a lot harder than I thought it would. There you go. Nope, that one did not work. I just died. Let's try that again. Or rather, I just got rather a lot closer to death than I would like.
Что за черт?
They're getting trickier now. Go.
И руки поднять.
Oh, jeez. Fucking hell. Now for a thing we've previously missed. Don't eat them, you dolt. These aren't candy, they're glass shards. They're for looking through, not chewing on. What? But they're so colourful. You're only saying that because you want to keep them for yourself. Kids these days don't know anything. Listen and learn. These are shards from the cathedral's very first stained glass window. They're the same one our own St. Capella smashed with a rock.
Capella broke a stained glass window? But why? I would have never expected that.
Can't have that much beauty all in one place, that's why. No, she did it for us, so everyone can have a piece. Just carry a bit of beauty in their pocket. Yeah, Capel's like a mum, the kindest sort of mum that gives the best presents. We can see the future with what she gave us.
Why would anyone bury glass shards behind the station?
Because they're treasure, and that's what you do with treasure. You bury it. They built the cathedral a long time ago, so there's not many left. Kids back then didn't value them, wasted them just like that. I was so mad the first time I looked in the glass shattered. It's a single use. Now I know to treat the shards like precious jewels they are, more valuable than dried beetles even.
What makes these shards so valuable?
See for yourself, take a shard, look through, then you'll know. When I look, I see everything. Where a candy's hidden in town, where a cat's given birth, where the worms all stand in a circle and fight till they bleed. Only the shards shatter after you're done looking.
Can they find things besides hidden candy?
They grant wishes, I think. You want to know where a cat's having kittens? The shard will show you. You want candy? Boom, candy. The worms fighting is the same. And the adults use Twirin for that, Bear told me. Aren't you a bit young to know anything about Twirin, Pipsqueak? You're wrong about the shards too. They don't show you what they want, they show you what you need. You might not know what you need, but the shards do. They'll guide you.
Can I have a shard too? I'd like to try it out. Interesting. The glass shards do show us things that we would have otherwise previously missed. Which I do find useful and interesting.
Skulls everywhere, wreaths at every wall. You zerkle garment ad. You come to our earth, you trample her, and you think the earth will love you if you like her own children? As if the earth can't tell their blood from a jackal's in bull's clothing.
Yeah, go on, scream like that, see where that gets you. As if it was me who hung the wreaths. Come on, take them, carry them to your lair, and don't you go flapping your mouth at me.
Do you think those are our wreaths, Eri Yuchun? You're the ones who hang them here like some Shemelgnid. I can hear Bodo laughing on the ground from here, her laughter scornful, Bi Shamdacheleneb. It's wrong to take what's not yours, and you take the symbols of our faith, but their meaning. She Olgonoyish.
What's wrong with the amulet?
Oh, it's you, the man of the hour, so to say. Some doctor you are. The town's dying, and here he is, treating us with wreaths and skulls. Must have rotted the last of your brains. Will you run naked into the steppe tomorrow to hail the steppe gods?
I will if it helps.
You got a death wish, Emshin. How can stealing other people's hate help you save your lives? Be oil gonub.
Whoops, we did a cultural appropriation. I do what I can, but if you know a better way, I'm very much open to your suggestions. What, catcog your tongue? Should care for people above all, that's what I think. Wonderful advice, I'll go issue a decree now. Care for people. If only I could issue that decree, I think that would honestly help. Ooh. Your brother's in prison, they told me. I didn't believe them. I said yes, he's still young, but he's a real Cain. You didn't cage him. What's this, Caspar? You let them take you prisoner? Have you forgot who you are? Or perhaps Uncle Simon appeared before you and begged you to endure this humiliation?
Однажды у меня вырастут настоящие крылья. Неподъемные.
Simon is dead, Maria. It's time you accepted it. But before he died, he managed to pass some of his wisdom down to Khan. Look and you shall see. Khan is doing exactly what Simon would have done.
Thank you, Capella. Maria, you're exhausting. I don't know how I managed to trigger this conversation, because I think it probably was supposed to happen elsewhere, but hey-ho, here we are. Not everything in this world must be exactly the way you wish it to. Oh, and here's Dr. Dankovsky. Hello, Doctor. Quite the line of visitors today. Have you come to lecture me too? Not just to lecture, but to check up on you, Khan, who is supposed to be imprisoned in the in the Soul and a Halves camp. How are you doing? This is a family matter, and Daniil, it does not concern you. You may be Uncle Simon's guest, but the Canes are not taking orders from you. Simon's memory is not a hand fan for you to flutter and flourish wherever you please. You were given your mother's name, Victoria the Younger, but gave it up in favor of a nonsensical moniker. What do you know of memory? All those children in the tower need Caspar. He ought to be among them. Our family name carries with it certain obligations, such as ruling those you are responsible for. There are things more important than power, and Khan understands that better than you do. Simon preached that the path to the light is only unlocked with sacrifice. Khan has already sacrificed himself, so let him see it through. Capella's right. Khan took another boy's place in the cage. Is that not a deed befitting a true ruler?
Can you not distinguish a deed from pretense on Daniil? I'm certain there were other ways to save that boy without betraying the other children relying on their ruler, without betraying himself. There is no deed without sacrifice. Is that really hard to accept? To enter a cage in reality, one must first emerge from the cage in one's soul. Khan is this close to discovering truths that are unreachable to any of us. Well, I hope they just don't starve him to death whilst he's trying to discover those truths. Capella should not have been there, but oh well. It doesn't matter too much to me. Sometimes these things happen. Let's go and find some glass, some mirrors, and then we're done. Okay, so to return to day 3, we want to get rid of this particular fate. Right, we want to remove Peter's burning of his own manuscripts, and we can do that by going back to day 3 and undoing our mistakes. We just have to make sure that we've got enough amalgam to keep us going. That's the main thing that I'm worrying about, is just if we're going back and forth in time like this, we're undoing so many mistakes, then we need to make sure that there is enough amalgam to keep us alive. Let's go. Okay, so the day begins. The glass tower. But on day 2, I know where they were buried. Peter buried the blueprints with the Pathologic. On the 3rd day, he will burn them. So long as we get there in time, then we can... All we need to do is just get there in time, right? We can do this. Rising from the ashes. We can do this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So long, if we just go fast, if we take this at a speedy rate, this is doable. We've got this, we've got this. Don't try it, don't try it, don't try it.
Только не убивай. Стой, стой,
Слышь,
иди сюда.
не стреляй!
Какие
Доктор, прости!
зубами.
Okay, this is okay, this is doable. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We can manage this. I know that he buried them by the crowstone, but where exactly did he bury them? It's around here somewhere. I've looked all around and I think I must have come here too late. Perhaps the only option is to go back to day 2 to redo this? Frustrating. Okay, well, let's go find out what we missed here in the town hall on day 3. Something to do with Victor Kane.
Зола дороже пламени. Пламя погаснет, а зола пригодится земле.
How untimely our tragedies are. Right now, when we should be grieving and closely studying Simon's legacy, we are compelled to be saving the town from such an inglorious death.
Прикосновения и связи — вот единственное, что занимает растущего вверх. Тяни паутину, Арахна.
I'm not so sure about their untimeliness. Simon has invited a doctor for a reason. He's amazed me. He knows things that he should not know.
So strange yet so familiar. Even after his death, our brother knows what we need better than we do. Dr. Dankovsky, you're here, and we've been waiting for you. I've heard the last part of your conversation, so you believe that my arrival at this exact point is no coincidence?
Coincidences like this are where fate shows itself. These are not the discoveries you were looking for here, but you are the one the town needs today. Saburov desires to hand the power over to you. Ordinary townsfolk hope the doctor from the capital will stop the plague's triumphant parade.
I'm glad to have the chance to help, and I'll try not to waste it. We, the rulers of this town, are prepared to provide you with resources, but you should be the one to choose a direction, Dankovsky. Which measures do you consider the most urgent? Wait, it's the same dialogue all over again, but it's different this time. Let me put my plans aside for now. Is there anything that you wanted to tell me, perhaps?
I ask you. I'd like to ask you to keep in mind why you came here in the first place. It was Simon you came to see, so keep following his tracks.
What do you mean?
I have no hints for you, Bachelor. All I know is this. Simon has left a riddle for us. His death is a riddle. His disappearance is a riddle. His plans concerning our town and our life are a riddle. And you are the one who will have to solve it because you are the one he has chosen.
Simon was inscrutable, but he desired to be understood. Plenty of responsibilities will come crushing down on you now, but my brother is reminding you of your responsibility to yourself. The responsibility to grasp the mystery of the other being.
Which of your brothers?
I beg your pardon, that joke was inappropriate.
Why, though? It actually shows you can talk the same language Simon did.
When I was a child, Simon used to give me puzzles to solve, to develop my mind. He would leave hints everywhere, in the most unexpected places. He liked problems that needed their conditions turned around if he were to solve them. I hope I can find time to do both, but then again, maybe that's the point.
The chessboard is left. Here we go.
Okay, here we go, once more. Quiet. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going. Oof. Okay. Prepare the sample. Here we go, here we go. Prepare the projectile, here we go. Ooh, we can do this. Okay, here we go once more. Wrong one. Ah, wrong one again. Okay. Come on. Oh, fuck. Ah, it's the wrong one again. Oh, this is so tricky. having a lot of luck.
Как будто вещи живут. Город спятся.
How are we having such bad luck with this?
Не стыдно? Стой, смерть. И руки поднять.
We've burned so many matches on this now.
Кто-то явно издевается надо мной.
Oh, how does this keep happening? Right, you are the false one, aren't you? Okay, we completely fucked that up, so we're trying it again. Whoa, fuck.
Черт. Померещится же.
Okay. There's a method to this madness.
Что-то разошлось по
False
швам.
one is there. So we know that the true one must be coming somewhere else. Oof.
Стой, смерть.
Ah, false one again. I don't know how we keep only getting the false one, but we seem to only get the false one.
Видел бы меня сейчас. Ой, клеветать не пришлось.
Maybe if we run to the other end. Because whichever one is over here is going to be... Hopefully, if they're closer to us here, it's going to be the... I think this is still the false one. Still the false one.
И руки поднять.
That's the true one there. Hello, you're the true one. Right, now I've got the true one closer to me. Trying to fucking dodge these plague bitches like the world's most miserable matador. How's that still the false one?
Не актер ли в маске? Ваши фантазии бы исследовать профессионал, Данковский.
Right, this is just a gamble then.
Огня и кругосвет.
Oh, this is miserable. That's gonna be the false one again, I know. Yep. Okay, here we go again. Approaching from a different angle.
Я убью тебя. Смерть. Смерть. И руки поднять. Видел бы меня сейчас Стельман, им бы клеветать не пришлось.
I need to get them both at once, I guess. This is very difficult.
Стой, смерть. И руки поднять.
Did that fix it? Did that fix it? It did not. Okay, we need to come up with a new strategy for this.
Сон разума рождает чудовищ. Я убью тебя, смерть.
Okay, there's one over there and there's one over there. We can get both at once this way.
Явно издевается надо мной.
Oh. That was quite tricky. Well, at least one positive thing is, look at that. Oh, that's so much nicer now that we dealt with the Shabnak. Each day, that keeps the contagion down to almost nothing. Fantastic. Fantastic, Dankovsky. Okay, let's try and find these... these blueprints. They're gonna be here somewhere, I'm sure. Let's... I wonder how we get there. This looks like it. The blueprints. The blueprints. We have the blueprints. This time the manuscript will not burn. Haha! Get thee behind me. Sense of time. I'm fucking invincible. I can do anything. I'm gonna probably still die to these guys here, but we'll be suitably cautious.
Не убивай.
Ah, now with the plans, we have a slightly different iteration of this conversation.
Надо соединить все точки линиями. Вот так и отыщем разгадочку.
Peter is somehow in the dark. Dankovsky, what are you doing here? Sorry, I really don't have time for you right now. You look frightened. Did something happen? Yes. No, it doesn't matter. So, is it a yes or no? It doesn't matter. Pick one. They say the town is closed due to quarantine. Is it true that no one can leave? Yes, but there's always a way. People are very resourceful. Damn it. That means there's not much time. But that bastard must still be in town. He couldn't have gotten far. He couldn't. Which bastard? What are you talking about? The blueprints. My blueprints, Dankovsky. Someone stole them. It's a disaster. Why would anyone want your blueprints, if I may ask? To disgrace me. Don't you understand? No one should see them. What a fool I am. I should have burned them. Burned them straight away. I'll put up notices around the town. Offer a reward, a hefty reward. 100,000 or more. But I don't understand. How can blueprints disgrace you? The polyhedron is a miracle. You should be proud. Or is there something in the blueprints that would cast a shadow on... Shut up! Shut up this instant, Dankovsky, not a word more. Leave me, go away. The polyhedron is a miracle, but every miracle has its price. Did you really think that your miracle wouldn't catch up to you? What are you saying, Dankovsky? What do you mean? You wanted to burn the blueprint so no one would learn what sin you committed in creating the polyhedron. You always knew the major flaw in your masterpiece. You knew it was dangerous, yet you turned a blind eye. You are responsible for what's happened to the town. That's not true. An author can never foresee what will come of their creation, and shouldn't be accountable for the consequences. Then who should be held accountable, if not the creator? The town is in danger. People are dying, Peter, and it's all because of the polyhedron. What do you expect me to do? Go and demolish it myself? An author has no control of their work, especially over a feat like that. It lives its own life. I don't believe you. You built a very fragile and unstable structure with a huge stake in its foundation, piercing the earth, and now you're surprised that the result is fragile, unstable, and pierces the earth. What will happen now? Will you turn me into the Inquisition? What do you take me for? The polyhedron is a terrifying masterpiece, but it is a masterpiece. I regret as it brought so much sorrow, but ars longa vita brevis. And so It is done. And now we can save someone. With this, undoubtedly, we can undo this cruel fate. Though we should probably get out of here very quickly. And so we return to day 7, which, as you can see, will use a lot of amalgam. God help us all. But we can still undo this. Alter the course of events. Figure another way through.
Я слышал, что в городе орудует другой инквизитор. Ха-ха. Интрига.
The accused, Peter Stomatin, designer of the Polyhedron, accused of assault on reality by way of an impossible artifact creation, which puts the population at risk through sheer impossibility. What is an assault on reality? How is it defined by law?
Что такое живое сердце? Почему все о нем говорят?
Since this is a trial, I propose we narrow down who assaulted him. Did I take a gulp of reality, or did it swallow me? I'd say it goes both ways. Look at him, Dankovsky. Couldn't even come sober to his own trial. I didn't know about the trial. They snatched me right out of bed this morning. At least they gave me time to dress. I'll be standing here before you in my small clothes. Enough small talk. Let us return to the matter at hand. I give you the floor, Inquisitor. As far as I understand it, Stomatin's been accused of creating a structurally unsound building. In light of this, the Inquisition would like to view the Polyhedron's blueprints. I can't give them to you. The blueprint disappeared 4 days ago. I have no idea where they are. And you expect this court to take your word for this, Stomatin? Ah, he's telling the truth. I took the blueprints. You... What a weasel you are, Dankovsky. No wonder they gave you this crooked Inquisitor's part to play. Careful, Stomatin. Insulting the Inquisition is a serious offense. Let's be honest, Peter. You were going to burn them. I saved them from you. Give me those blueprints. Let's see. Well, well, well. One glance is enough to see where the accused was trying to hide them. The Polyhedron is only designed to support a small load. How many children does it currently hold? 300? That's why it's creaking. I'm sure when I study the plans further, an abyss of further transgressions will open at my feet. What happens to Stomatin now? You're the Inquisitor now, you decide. I say he deserves no punishment. Assault on reality is an absurd accusation. I don't need your pity, Dankovsky. Keep it to yourself. Have it your way, Inquisitor. Be mad at me for the rest of your life, Peter. At least you will have that life. Go to hell, Dankovsky. Always a doctor, all that matters is saving a life. No thought to what happens out of that life after you release it from your care. Consider it my settling up my debts to your brother. And so, something is sorted and settled. Far better than it otherwise would have been.
Не безинтересно.
Thank you for your cooperation with the Inquisition, Dankovsky. So, is this line of duty to your liking? No, I prefer not to do this again. You won't have to repeat it. You have enough on your plate as it is. It is not my place to teach you how to do your job, of course. Still, I'd like to ask, are you doing any campaigning for the populace, raising their awareness? Provincial crowd doesn't know much about the latest discoveries in the field of hygiene, and that's not their fault. Campaigning. Not a bad idea, I'll write that down. That ought to be a decree. there's another thing. I've looked at the documentation of your emergency command. The town is quite short on medicine, and we can't exploit any supplies during the quarantine, but the solution is obvious. Confiscate what the townspeople have stockpiled for a rainy day. You need to be bolder, Dankovsky. You hold the reins of power. I'm afraid the rainy day has long since come and the townspeople have no more stockpiles. I've given you a hint, that's all. It's up to you whether you want to use it. It's just my job to stick my nose in other people's affairs, though I admit your affairs are of less interest to me than what the Kanes grace with their patronage. It's curious to be in a town that has so many assaults on reality all in one place. And we've done this conversation before about the assaults on reality. Onwards we go. Despite many attempts, we have not succeeded at the things I would have liked to. Well, this will probably be... There's also some glitches in the system. And there's some glitches I don't think that I can actually get rid of. Unfortunately. So we might just have to make do with this being the way our game runs. So be it. Very well then, friends, lovers, countrymen. Lend me your ears, for I cannot find some of the people that I really would love to find. Unfortunately the escape quest is just completely glitched, and I cannot actually complete it, because this is something I can't undo. Whilst I can't undo this, I can't go back to the cemetery. Oh well, we'll come back to it later, I suppose. Unfortunately as well, I have managed to encounter another glitch in which Eva will no longer talk to me. My girl, please, I need that amalgam. So I've had to go amalgam hunting in order to actually get us back to a decent spot. However, on the flip side, before we continue on, look at all this stuff that I managed to do behind the brief scenes whilst I panicked and tried to unfuck everything I fucked up. Which involved a lot of retracing and retracing and retracing to try and figure out what was a glitch. But look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? The Shabnak is thoroughly stomped in this run. I am as happy as I could possibly be given the circumstances. Onwards, I guess, to day 8. We will see you anon.